Hi everyone, this is Killshot from 99 Gaming. This is The Walking Dead Season 8, Episode 1. Extra spoilers. These are confirmed, so I appreciate all of you guys being here. We have got some bonus information for you guys tonight. So we're going to sort of tag on to what we talked about Wednesday. First of all, hopefully you guys are just having a wonderful week. In 7 days from now, we are all going to be losing our freaking minds because we are 1 week away. Can you believe it? We made it through the whole summer. We've been patient. We haven't overdone it with a ton of videos like last year with all the drama with who Negan was going to kill. But we do have some good information that is starting to roll out. And as a special bonus, as we get to the end of this video, I know tonight is the season finale of Fear the Walking Dead. I've got all the spoilers for Fear the Walking Dead. I'm not going to start out with those. What I'm going to do is just talk about what we talked about last week. I'm going to add some additional things onto it, the extra spoilers we talked about, which is going to clarify a few things, and then I will make an announcement. I'll give people time to leave if they don't want to know what's going to happen in Fear the Walking Dead, and then I'm going to go ahead and go through all that information. I see a lot of awesome people here. So I see Michelle Lamson, Joshua Fett, Emmy Bacon, Lynn the Zombie, so many people in here. I'm going to do the shout-outs toward the end of this. You guys know how we roll. I saw some people I haven't seen in a long, long time, so thank you. I appreciate everything that you guys do. Saw some really awesome comments when we did the video on Wednesday night and it finally went live. A lot of people said this is their one-stop shop for spoilers, so that was awesome, and the Army is just stronger than ever. So looking forward to just a great season of The Walking Dead. You guys know on this channel we're going to do The Walking Dead spoilers on Sunday night. We'll do Walking Dead reactions as well. We're also going to do Wednesday Walkers. We have Walking Dead video games all through the week, and then just hanging out. We do random things. We do Chill with Kills too. So there you go. That's a little bit of the insight. Some people will be watching the playback on this. So let's get into this thing and talk a little bit about, it's going to clarify a couple things. So here we go. These are the spoilers for next week's The Walking Dead. If you don't want to be spoiled, you are in the wrong place at the wrong time. And then, as I said, we'll get to Fear the Walking Dead. So just a really quick recap. Last week we did talk about the sanctuary attack, how it was orchestrated. We talked about Daryl, Carol, Tara, and Morgan doing together as they're leading the herd of walkers in there. We also talked about Gregory at the sanctuary. This is going to be elaborated upon tonight. And we talked about there were no deaths. So very, very shocking that in the first episode, other than a few no-name people that die in the fight to the sanctuary, none of the major characters die. So let's dig into it a little bit deeper. So one of the topics for the season premiere next week is Old Man Rick. So we do know that the Old Man Rick is going to be, it's going to be different scenes throughout the show. We're going to talk a little bit more about what that means, and there's some things that could be hidden clues to talk about the time frame. I'll get to that in 1 second. So there is a scene that we start out with when Rick leaves to go to battle. Him and Michonne have a little bit of a goodbye. At the time, you don't know it's going to be like an ending because Rick's going into battle. Michonne wants to go, so it's a little bit sentimental that she gets left behind. But we know that she goes off on her own. Her and Rosita go get into a little bit of a skirmish with Jadis. That's probably going to happen episode number 2. So the episode actually ends, and then we'll go backwards with a flashback to Rick's big inspirational battle cry speech. So they're going to open the episode with Rick. He's getting everybody together, talking about it, but then the episode ends with some bits and pieces of that, and it's going to be mixed into another explosion. So you guys are like, wait a minute. Now the All right, we're going to make sure we are back online before I'm ready. I got a ton of spoilers here, and this has been phasing kind of in and out. So I'm going to wait for a few more people to jump back into chat, and then I'm going to roll through these spoilers really, really quickly because this has been very, very bizarre. I think we got everybody back here now, so let's see if people start popping back in the room. All right, if you guys can hear me okay, just a quick 999, and I'm going to roll through these spoilers really, really quick. So maybe YouTube's taking me down because they don't want me live streaming these hidden clues. All right, yeah, if everything's back, just give me a quick 999, and I'm going to blitz through this stuff super, super fast so you guys don't miss it. All right, cool. We're live. We're back. Everybody's back in here. I'm sorry if you're phasing in and out. Watch the playback of this. So we were at the point where Michonne will be present in one of the visions. So Old Man Rick is, it is going to show Rick as an old man, but Michonne has not aged. That's what's really, really bizarre. That could be a hidden clue. So either Rick is hallucinating, but there are different scenes of it. So we saw Rick actually there in the bed. We saw the cane there, but Michonne will show up. And guess what? Carl is going to be in one of these as well, but Carl, you can't see his face, so you don't know. Michonne either looks like she has aged very gracefully, but Carl is pretty much the same. So this could be Rick just imagining or kind of dreaming or seeing into the future, not an actual scene of Old Man Rick. So that, I guess that's kind of the hidden clue to say that's kind of what he thinks is going to happen at that point. Let's move forward and talk about Carol and Daryl. I know that's been a topic of conversation. People are already talking about shipping Daryl and Jesus. Whoa, 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 pump the brakes there a little bit. And Carol's got Ezekiel on the side, and she's got Tobin still out there. But Carol and Daryl do have a very passionate hug. Speak briefly right before Carol, Tara, Morgan, and Daryl part ways because they all have their missions. They're trying to herd the walkers in, but there's a pretty emotional and I wouldn't go as far to say passionate, but an embrace between Carol and Daryl, and that's probably going to be getting people talking just a little bit more. After the battle of the sanctuary, so we know that all the walkers go in. There's this battle that goes on. Carol will rejoin Ezekiel and the other people at the kingdom, and then what they do, and we talked about this because remember we thought this would happen in the first episode. It'd be like a two-part episode, is that Ezekiel's going out and they're going to different outposts. Well, evidently there's still an outpost that is there. So the kingdom is at the very end of it, and this is where Rick's battle speech is going to come in, is the kingdom's going to attack an outpost, and there's a grenade that goes off, and we don't get to see what happens. We see the smoke, and this is toward the end of the episode, and they don't show us what happens. So this was where we think that we are going to get some loss of life, but it is going to carry over to episode number 2. This is where I think that Shiva is no more. So one of two things is going to happen. Either they're going to follow the comic book line here, and Ezekiel's going to get trapped, and Shiva's going to die, be surrounded by walkers. The grenade, I don't have the spoiler for episode number 2 yet, but there is a grenade. There is something that is going to lead to this event at the outpost. Keep in mind, in the comic, it was an outpost attack. They didn't realize that there were saviors still there. Ezekiel got trapped, and then Shiva got surrounded by walkers and got ripped apart. So this grenade explosion could be what brings the walkers in to attack Shiva, or it could be something that actually explodes, kills some of the saviors. I am going to say, I'm going to go ahead and make the prediction for the second week. I'm going to say the explosion kills the saviors, draws in a whole bunch of walkers, and then the walkers actually, I think they're going to play it out just like they do the comic. But I have strong intel. This is not a confirmed spoiler, but I've had intel very early on that Shiva does not film past episode number 2. So there's a very good chance that that this is the thing that's going to go down to kind of knock her out. But we won't see the actual death in episode number 1. Just to kind of confirm that with everybody. The episode title is called Mercy, and the Mercy title is really, we talked about this last week, Carl's walking around with a can. It's kind of like symbolic of that Rick scene in the opening episode number 1. Carl sees the dude who has the Quran, Sadiq, and because Rick is kind of firing, scares him away, Carl shows him mercy, so we think that is what the title is actually from. So thank you, Michelle. Michelle, I appreciate the awesome super chat donation. So Michelle says, thanks for helping me help keeping my sanity while waiting for Sunday. Michelle, I hope that this is not just the super chat donation. I appreciate that as well. But I hope this is something that you're going to be a part of every single week and that we can keep the sanity going. We're going to do the spoilers right before the show comes out, and we're going to do reactions after Walking Dead. I guess we'll figure it out. I don't want to really compete with Chris a whole lot with the Talking Dead, so maybe we'll do it afterwards. We have been doing it Monday night as well, so we'll do everything we can just to keep everybody on point. But once again, appreciate the donation there, and appreciate all of you guys just being a part of this. You make this fun every single week. So when I get this, it's sometimes I'm sitting on these spoilers for a week or 2 weeks or even a couple days, and I just want to start broadcasting, but it's got to be kind of when's the time to get everybody together. Otherwise, we're just going to be very sporadic. So thank you so much. I do have a little bit more insight for you guys. This is awesome. So this is the last little tidbit, and then I'll make another announcement with Fear the Walking Dead. So remember last week I told you that I thought that Gregory gets pushed down. At first I thought Gregory's going to get pushed down the stairs by Negan. So we found out that it was Simon that actually pushes Gregory down the stairs, which is why I have these beautiful eyes glaring at you with the image in the background that says Join 999 Gaming. And you also saw the picture I had in the thumbnail of Gregory. So that is the scene where the speech happens. I'm sorry, with Simon at the thumbnail. So that's the speech where Gregory is giving the speech to everybody, and what he says is, he says, the hilltop stands with Negan, and he's trying to rally these saviors. So it doesn't happen at Hilltop, it actually happens at the sanctuary. And I think he's trying to win over Simon and Arat and a few other people. And sadly, Arat does not die in episode number 1. I know a lot of us really wanted that to happen. That's probably going to happen in episode number 2 or episode number 3 as well. So he's trying to kind of curry some favor and win the group over. But guess what happens? Out of the blue, Gregory's like the silver tongue. He's just trying to win everybody over. So he says, the hilltop stands with Negan. Jesus actually in the background yells out, the hilltop stands with Maggie. So it's going to be a complete twist, and then Simon shoves Gregory down the stairs. So Jesus has been lurking, and he'll scream that out, that Gregory is not a part of us anymore. Simon does not take too kindly to that. Simon shoves Gregory down the stairs. He rolls down the stairs. Then at that point, he's kind of running. They're chasing him. Father G tries to help him out. He steals Father G's car, and then we move into the scene where Father G and Negan have that interaction. So that's a little bit of, I just want to clarify that, and that is the confirmed extra spoilers that we have up to this week. And I'll probably have just 1 or 2 more tidbits and that we'll talk about on Wednesday. So, whew, that's a lot of stuff, right? So for a season premiere, they're going to focus on, and I'll just recap a couple things, less death, more action, more walkers. Rick kisses Michonne goodbye. Michonne doesn't like being there. Rick has to go with the attack on the sanctuary. Carol and Daryl have the hug. Daryl's been working behind the scenes with the Whitey boy, so that's going to be a partnership that's going to happen. Then the 3 of them go out. Tara, Carol, Morgan, Daryl. They're herding up all the walkers. Rick's got his group. They all go toward the sanctuary and then bust through. The walkers go over. Negan's kind of ducking. Rick's taking pictures, Polaroids of all that stuff going on. And simultaneously, we got Gregory up there kind of being deceitful. And Simon shoves him down the stairs because Jesus is on site as well. And then Carl has, before all this happens, Carl had the meeting point where Carl's kind of walking with the gas can, and that's the rendezvous point. And then Sadiq will probably be a bigger part of the show going forward. So hopefully that gets all of you at least up to, that's a lot of action that's going to go on. So there'll be some small conversations that'll happen here or there. And then it does set the drama for 2 big things. One is we don't know how intense this old man Rick flashback thing is going to be and how long it's going to go. I think it may go through the entire season. It's just going to be bits and pieces of it, and then that may be the way they end season number 8. So I would expect it in almost every episode. I haven't confirmed that it is in episode number 2 yet, but we'll find that out. So just a couple questions that are out there. Let's see. Josh says, so Michonne shows up and haven't changed at all, but Rick is older, and foreshadowing maybe Michonne doesn't make it. Very possible. So that's a good point, Joshua, is that Rick is seeing Michonne for what she was at that time period. So, and Carl the same way. So we don't know how many of these people are going to live until Rick gets old. Or maybe it is Carl, maybe it's somebody else that is seeing what Rick would have been like if he would have made it through a certain point. So there's a couple different viewpoints for that. So I'm going to take a couple questions, and then I'm going to move into the next spoiler, because hopefully we got a consistent stream going at this point. Sorry that it sort of bugged out about halfway through, because I think everybody was on pins and needles like, what's going to happen, what's going to happen? But now we've got it recorded, you've heard it, so we know exactly it is done. So we can't undo that at that point. If you guys want to know the Fear the Walking Dead spoilers, If you guys want to give me a 999. Sid, yes, Rosita is part of the premiere. Rosita and Michonne, cameo appearances because they get left behind. They're still a little bit injured. And in future episodes, that's where, and I think it's either going to be 2 or 3, where they're going to be like, screw this. Why are we here waiting for them to kind of do their thing? Let's go out and take care of business. So I would say episode number 2 is where you're going to see a little bit more of that death and a little bit more of that stuff happening. Okay, cool. So as I said before, real quick, if you guys want Fear the Walking Dead spoilers, type a quick 999. If you don't want to know what's going to happen in Fear the Walking Dead, I was only going to do Walking Dead spoilers tonight. I wasn't going to do the whole Fear. But if you guys will stick around, I will tell you what is going to happen tonight. There's some epic things that are going to go on. If not, I understand if you guys want to go ahead and check out and leave a little bit early. Love all of you guys. I will say, if you guys don't want to hear Fear, go ahead. Peace out. We'll see you soon. The rest of you guys that want to hang around, I'm going to do this in 10 seconds. So we'll get a countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Anybody that's in this room at this point is going to know what's going to happen tonight in Fear the Walking Dead. So here you go. I'm going to go through these really quickly. I'm talking like an auctioneer. Going once, going twice. $200 to the man with the hat. All right, we've got, if you want to know how the episode begins, the episode tonight is going to begin with Nick is collecting walker heads so that he can sell them to the guy at El Matadero for their locus ceruleus, but he's interrupted by Troy, who has figured out that the Proctors are planning on attacking the dam. So a lot of drama is going to happen tonight with the dam. We'll move forward. You know what? Here we go again. Will Strand betray the group? Yes, of course Strand is going to betray the group. How many times has Strand betrayed people? So he makes a deal with Proctor John to facilitate a takeover of the dam. However, Strand did cut a side deal to make sure that Madison, Nick, and Alicia, if she returned, is safe. So that's typical Strand for you. Conversation Daniel has with Nick. So Daniel is grieving and becomes very interested in wanting to know what happened with the Horde. One thing about Fear the Walking Dead is there is a lot of leading that goes on, and there's a lot of coincidence. I'm not bashing it because I'm giving you guys the spoilers, but they just kind of get you to that. Like some things you just let it go, right? Like, hey, I'm sorry, Ophelia is dead, but not Daniel. Daniel's gonna be like, what happened? How did the Horde get there? The Horde just didn't get there because he says that every herd has a shepherd, and he wants to know who the shepherd was. So he narrows it down as 2 shepherd potential. Could be Troy, could be Jake. Nick convinces him that it is Jake instead of Troy. So there's Nick going to Troy's aid one more time. Next, who is Proctor? So this Proctor John is the leader of a group, and they call themselves the Proctors. He's from Santa Barbara. Guess that's important. And he made plans for expansion and creation of outpost. So he's trying to set up outposts from Texas to San Diego. So their mission is to create a trade route. So what are the rules of the dam? So Lola's still at the dam. We don't really know all the things that happen at the dam because it's a sneak attack, and they're quickly alerted by Nick and Troy that the Proctors are going to attack them. So it's supposed to be a sneak attack, but I guess Strand leads on to Nick, and Nick lets them know, so they're ready for a sneak attack. So Daniel's plan for the defense of the dam is to try to hold them back, but if they can't, plan B is to use some C4 and blow it up. Blow up the dam. So, hey, we can't have it. I'll be damned if you're going to have it. Okay, sorry. Bad joke. Is there any fight or confrontation? There's a huge fight between Strand. Oh, this is where it gets good. So Strand and Daniel and Lola have a huge fight. So Strand is supposed to kill Daniel and Lola, but in the end, Strand can't do it. He Strand. He always backs down. He cuts a deal, he backs down, he betrays, he doesn't back down. He's always looking at the next deal. But there is a fight, and there's a gun, and the gun goes off, and it goes in to the chin of Daniel and goes through his cheek. So the gun goes off, goes through his chin, goes through his cheek, but he survives it. We talked about Phineas Gage before in one of the random streams, so this is going to be like a real-life Phineas Gage. Daniel's going to get a gunshot from the chin through the cheek, doesn't go through his brain. so he does survive it. We also know that Strand lies and says that both of them are dead. And also, Alicia and Diana are attacked in an attempt to steal their supplies. Diana's leg is broken in the process, so Alicia heads back to the trading post to look for a doctor. So, a lot of back and forth between that. Is there any important, let's see, the Proctors are coming. Walker and Crazy Horse decide to leave. Walker appreciates that Daniel is very generous, but he says, I ain't going to die for that dam. So, Walker heads out. Does anyone die? Yes. This is where the death comes. All right. So Madison finds out that Troy led the horde to the ranch, and Troy goes off about it and said it was the right thing because the Native Americans were there and they didn't belong there. Madison bashes Troy's head in with a hammer. Bye, Troy. Bye-bye, Troy. It's been long coming. Madison beats him down with a hammer, and Ephraim is shot to death by the Proctors when they begin to invade the dam. And how will the episode end? Here it is. If you want to know what we're going into next season, the episode ends with the Proctors invading the dam and Strand making a desperate attempt to save Madison and Nick. He knows that Proctor John won't be happy because it was supposed to be a surprise attack, and so he locks Madison and Nick into a room, hoping they won't find them. And that is where we leave it tonight. So a lot of stuff going on. Madison and Nick will still be there. They're going to be locked in a room. So there you go. That is your Fear the Walking Dead spoilers for tonight. We won't. We might do a little bit of fear reaction tomorrow night. We'll see how the schedule goes. That's all I got for you guys. So we've got. I combined all that with 2 interruptions of the stream in less than 30 minutes. Whew, wow, I feel like I've been talking just super fast mode. All right. Now we're going to open it up for Walking Dead or Fear the Walking Dead predictions. I got about 2 more minutes left before I'm going to let all you guys have your dinner, relax, enjoy, have a drink, sit back, watch Fear the Walking Dead. So what would you like to speculate? What would you like to know based on what we think is going to happen? I'm going to go out on a limb right now and say my prediction for episode number 2 of The Walking Dead, and I don't have the confirmed spoiler yet, so it's still a prediction, is I'm going to go back to where we were 3 months ago and say that episode number 2, Ezekiel is attacking the outpost, the grenade goes off, you get a little bit, you know how when a grenade goes off, everything, like, you lose your hearing for a little bit, and it's in slow motion, it's kind of like, okay, that's annoying. You hear that buzzing sound? So I think what's going to happen next week, not next week, but the week after, episode number 2, is you're just going to have that slow motion where everybody's kind of looking around, and you see a little bit of smoke, and you just hear them, they're like half deaf because they can't hear. No, that didn't make sense. Sorry, backtrack that. If you're half deaf, yeah. Anyway, we'll rewind that part. I can't edit this. This is live. So you know how you're just kind of dazed and shocked and stunned, and then you kind of hear it muffled. That's what I think is going to happen. That's what I meant to say. And then I think the walkers are still going to come out. I'm trying to visualize this for everybody, so bear with me. Be patient, please. And then it's like, no. And then you see Shiva just jumping up and trying to save them and just getting mauled by walkers. So I completely botched that. I was trying to just give you guys this awesome visual and make it real for everybody. And then, yeah. Okay. But I think it's going to be just a tearjerker because Shiva's going to save the day. It's going to be like the ultimate sacrifice of all the Walking Dead. I'm sorry. Some of the comments are catching up with people. It's like, okay, now they're going to give me a hard time about my my live botch. You know what? I screw up live all the time. If you want perfection, you have come to the wrong place. If you want an awesome group of people that hang out, then you've come to the right place. That's what the 999 Army is all about. It's real. But I can't script it and edit it. It's from the heart, baby. All right. Yeah, Gabrielle, I agree. We're going to see walkers feasting on Shiva, and you know, you're probably still going to hear that ringing sound, and then it's going to be like Carol probably dragging Ezekiel's like, we got to go. Let's get out of here. And Ezekiel, no. And then it's going to be a real sad moment. I will have that next week, so I actually confirm it or deny it. But that's still the prediction part of the video. The first half of this was confirmed. The second half was confirmed Fear the Walking Dead. Now it's just me kind of, you know, playing producer, writer, all of the above. All right. Questions, comments, predictions. Quick. I'm going to read a couple comments, so let's see who can have the best one that's out there, and then we're going to end the stream with just a lot of shout-outs and a whole lot of other stuff. All right, our first question. Just waiting 1 second. Let's see. You fire a weapon without hearing protect. Yeah, it is going to ring. Easy man, Ezekiel is not going to get a pit bull. That's not going to happen. All right. James said Carol should take Negan flowers. Yes, with like one of those things you can squirt the flower out and poison him. That would be good. What else? Tobin says, I think Negan will kill Beatrice and Rachel will freak out. Maybe more to come with Rachel. And the very last question, comment, prediction is going to come from the line of Gabrielle says, is this the last season for Negan? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say Negan survives it. There are some predictions out there that say Negan will die and Simon will take over, but I'm not a believer of that at this point. So if you guys could all do me one big favor, if you guys have not dragged your mouse over, slap that like button. That would be awesome. Thanks for everything that you guys do. I appreciate you guys being a part of the spoilers, the good ones, the bad ones, the ones that are smooth, the ones that I screw up on, being a part of everything that we do on this channel. Reaction videos tomorrow night, random things we do on Tuesday, Wednesday walkers, and just all throughout the week as we piece together these live streams. You guys are just amazing. Thank you once again to Michelle Lamson. Appreciate the super chat donation. You're awesome. And all the rest of you, I appreciate you guys just making time out of your busy schedules and being a part of this. So we will have some reactions. Actually, you know what? We'll do a Fear of the Walking Dead reaction tomorrow night just to see and make sure all these spoilers were spot on. So once again, I like to end all these videos. You guys are new to the stream. Thank you for being a part of this. If you're a veteran here, type a quick 999 on the way out the door, because this is my rolling credits, and this is where I just like to do as many shout-outs as I possibly can. Sometimes I miss people. If I do, when the video goes live, just go over to comments and just leave a whole lot of comments. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, things that I can do a little bit better, and things that you'd like to see on the channel in the future. So thank you guys so much. Seth Morgan, appreciate you being here. Easy Man, Nunya 2017, Tommy, the sweet ass enforcer McCandless, Tobin McLeod, Kel says smile, 1964, Cats, Jason Miller, Tina B. Thank you so much for being here, Tina B. Have not seen you in a while. Appreciate seeing you once again. D. Mooney in the house. Who else we got? Kel says smile. All my moderators are just awesome. Steph, Kel, Moody Girl, Tommy, Emmy Desiree Bacon. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate everything that you guys do. Also, Walani, appreciate you being here every week. Gene Atkins, what is up? What is up? Lynn the Zombie Fox. Can you do a shout out to John and Absolutely. Lynn, the Zombie Fox, and also John and Grayson. Hopefully your mom's taking good care of you. Diane Estes, thanks for being here. Red Elastic 98, what's up? Denise Hopkins, Six-Eyed Sports. Who else we got? Reaper? What's up, Reaper? Good to see you again, man. Area. What's up, Area? Or Ria. Rial, 1 week, 7 days. Who's got the countdown working? Maboon, good to see you again as well. What's up, Grimes girl? R. Grimes, good to see you. Elizabeth Miller, thank you for being here. Just a couple more people catching up. So, what is up? What's up, Terra Mama? Reggie Ray. Yeah, I know Reggie. It's going to be Sadness. It's going to be Sadness Part 2. When Shiva gets it next week. I'm not looking forward to that. But, you know, there was so much death last year and so much pushback with the season premiere. They had to make it action, so they're going to save all the death for episode number 2. I just know it. And also, Little Tommy is listening. Also, Jill McGuire, thank you to all of you. And also, Haniel Garado, thank you for being here. I'm sure a lot of you aren't going to work on Monday morning. It's just going to be too much. Steph Richardson going to have some Cuervo and get ready for next Sunday. So we will do a, just so you guys know, the ones that are still here, we will do a 999 Walking Dead pre-game party, so be ready for that. I mean, you guys know most of the spoilers at this point. Pretty much everything's going to happen. But we'll get together, hang out, and talk about this, all the anticipation. So thanks to everybody. A couple people said, Kills, are you back? I've not went anywhere. We're back doing spoilers. We're back doing reactions. We're back doing Walking Dead videos. But you guys can be here all year long. I mean, we do random things. We do karaoke. We do chill with Kills. We do video gameplay. But this is when it is definitely game time. So this is the part I look forward to the most, to be honest with you. But don't go away after Walking Dead. I mean, we're going to be together 3 or 4 months. But February, March, April, May, all throughout the year, you guys hang out on this channel. We'll also we'll find some good stuff to do. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you being here. I'm going to go get ready for Fear the Walking Dead. And I will talk to you all tomorrow in the reaction video. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you soon. Peace.